What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with Freezer to Fallout, our first episode for the new year. So, Happy New Year to all you geeks and gamers out there. Hope the start of it for this year has gone well for you. Of course, I can't talk, as usual. So last time we did clear out Libertalia, and ended up all the way up on top of a giant overturned cargo ship. We were completing synth retention, a quest that involved us coming up here and fighting off some gangers and all that sort of stuff that were under the command of a rogue synth. We're doing this to advance the main storyline and keep on keeping on, to eventually liberate the entire Commonwealth for the Minutemen. So having dealt with them, the first thing we're going to do is go into our map, and technically we could go back to the Institute right now, talk to Father. But we're going to run back up to Sanctuary real quick.
Since we talked, I'm feeling swell.
So we're just going to drop off all of our junk items, lighten our load a little bit, and drop off a couple of things that we don't need. Eventually we are going to upgrade that particular shotgun, because it's awesome. But for right now, we do not need it. Of course, we did pick up the, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but is the French shotgun. That's how I'm going to refer to it, in Libertalia, and it is incredibly awesome. Alright, so now that we're cleared up, we are going to head back and talk to Father and advance the main storyline just a bit. We've unlocked a lot of locations in downtown Boston, but we haven't unlocked a lot at other places. It's always creepy teleporting in here. So we have to go over and talk to Father.
Father is more than just our leader.
And while I do not like working with the Institute, it's kind of the best of a bad situation. So let's talk to Father wherever he ended up. There he is.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Well, why do you actually care?
Why do you care what happens on the surface? You're in your own world down here.
Because there are forces on the surface that could pose a threat to us, and only a fool ignores a possible threat. We might diminish that danger by correcting the false perception that we intend some great harm to mankind. But enough about that. The task is done. You've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
Alright, so we can go visit our quarters that have apparently been prepared for us. And it should give us a decent amount of equipment, as far as he says. Hopefully it's some better weapons or armor.
Unnecessary power consumption to a minimum.
So it's upstairs from here.
I had another situation. A code red.
Of course, the Institute is a little bit of a maze. I hate getting lost in here. So I guess we're going to have to go up a little bit more.
Tell the others to be on high alert. I want port patrols.
Your new quarters are here, sir.
Obviously. So there's an Institute jumper, which doesn't really help us out. We're not going to be sticking around here long enough.
Father wants to see us, sir. Understood.
We can gather up all of our equipment that they've left around. A little bit of ammo, which doesn't hurt. Let's do jumpers, lab coats. We'll take that Wakemaster, though. And we just got the Battle of Bunker Hill. And we're not going to be going on that particular one, so I believe that our next step is to do a couple more of the Minutemen quests. So Greentop Nursery and Oberlin Station. What's in here? Never hurts to scout around when you're doing random things. If I'm in a little bit of a giddy mood, it's because Deadpool was on TV earlier, and I am a Deadpool fan. Because Deadpool is awesome. Extremely awesome. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, fix that. Fix it now! So let's head to Greentop Nursery. It always amazes me that Piper can somehow keep up with us when we're doing that.
Bye.
Am I ever glad to see you? We could really use a hand.
What do you need?
The Minutemen are always happy to help. What did you need?
A pack of feral ghouls has holed up nearby, and some of them have started wandering out lately. If more of them start wandering out this way, we may be overrun. We need someone to clear them out.
Alright, I'm on it.
I'm on it. It's as good as done.
I'll be glad to have them gone.
So the National Guard training yard. It's actually a pretty dangerous place to go. We're going to have to run down there. We haven't discovered it yet. It is a little bit dangerous. So we're going to be careful as we go in. Tight quarters, lots of feral ghouls. But there are some hidden things in there that we can do that will help us out. If you are on the Brotherhood of Steel quest line, you will have come here already. I think I'm going due east, and I need to go south. There we go. Because one of the marker beacons that you need to begin the Brotherhood line is actually in the National Guard training yard. And this bunker that we're coming on right now, which has a couple of machine gun turrets right out front of it, and a Protectron, if I remember correctly. This is another poignant place for anyone doing the Brotherhood of Steel quest line. You will have to come in here eventually.
This area clear. Proceeding with search protocol. Hold. It's right there.
I love it when things start off in a combative sort of sense. There's some stuff in there, so let's unlock this door and see where we're going. Of course, the door hits me in the face. Some 308 rounds. Not that we're really using 308 anymore because we've upgraded our sniper rifle to 50 cal. It still doesn't hurt. Never know when we might upgrade our combat rifle to 308. Makes a lot of sense. Not so much on survival. 308 rounds are pretty heavy. But for normal playthroughs, 308 rounds are very useful. Of course, this section of Boston seems to have been hit slightly worse than others. At least according to my eyes. So, again, I could just be crazy. Which, let's face it, is not entirely off the mark. Thought I'd seen something. One thing that you gotta give props where it's due, it does have that creepy feel to it. I don't know if you'd necessarily call it a vibe or anything like that, but you don't feel safe when you're wandering around out here. And we have leveled up, so let's see which perk we can grab. We could grab armor to get better armor mods. We can't get our next rank of gun nut for a long while yet, which is kind of sad, but still. I would love to get it, because there's lots of cool toys and everything. As we've been going up, we could grab another point of intelligence or charisma. Both of which would help us out. It is a really tough call. I think, for general speaking, we're going to grab another point of intelligence. Slightly more experience points for every action that we do. And unlock some better science perks later on. And yes, the National Guard Armory, or the training yard, I think is where we're at actually, has a lot of landmines running around. So watch your step. Alright, so that's some of the ghouls down at least. Just a coffee cup. Some ceramic if you need it from coffee cups, of course. And in there is a sentry bot. It's connected over to this little building, which we're going to be dealing with shortly. But that involves us going all the way through the National Guard training yard, and we will get to it soon enough. It's kind of a whisper of things to come. Dun dun dun. Foreshadowing. Baby rattle on that ghoul. Kind of off my game today. Gotta remember, I do not have the regenerative qualities of Wade Wilson. If I did, this would be a whole lot less dangerous. Some missiles, and that's the machine gun turret giving us some extra ammo. Let's swap over to our shotgun and reload it, because I have a feeling we're going to be in some pretty close quarters if we're inside. Not all ghouls that are lying down are necessarily dead.
Place gives me the willies.
You and me both, Piper, you and me both. I find that antique globes give you a little bit of copper too, so they're worth grabbing. Some silver at least. Now we'd have to go through here, but we do not have the tech. We'll take that assault rifle, just because we can. So we're going to need to find something to let us through. That's not one of the big things that's in this place. So aside from being able to grab a couple of antique globes, some other stuff. If you are doing the Brotherhood of Steel questline, you will come in here. And inside this room, part of the Lost Patrol. Night Aslan. We're going to grab everything she has and her distress pulsar. Looks like she took down a fair number of ghouls before she died. But she is part of the chain to join up with the Brotherhood of Steel. So you will have to come in here, grab her holotape, and carry on like that. I don't know if that ghoul is dead, so just check VATS real quick. And it was a legendary Reaver. So if you manage to skirt around the outside of this place,
Well, if anyone could figure
you can find some safes, you can find some terminals, some other really neat stuff.
Yes.
Some 50 cal for us. Shotgun shells, never hurts. Of course, Piper likes it when we pick locks and hack terminals too, so it doesn't hurt to have her along for all this. And one of the big things you have to pick up in here is the National Guard officer's password, which is in this particular little room. cigar box. For some reason I always think there's an extra safe running around in there, but like most things, it's just me going crazy. Just make sure you check everywhere, because you never know when you're going to run across something that's useful, valuable. Like a cooler that has some Nuka-Cola and some corn in it. Nothing really there that we need. Desk fans, of course, don't hurt. And we just overburdened ourselves by carrying a desk fan, which is great. It looks like Knight Aslan and the other members of the Brotherhood of Steel team that were out here were trying to use this place as kind of a fallback point or a little bit of a base. So we're just going to use the password we picked up upstairs to open the door here. Which is going to open that up and let us outside. Once we're out here, we will talk to Piper and give her some of our loot. So we'll trade with you. I know you're carrying a fair bit of our stuff anyway. We'll just give you a couple of things to lighten our load just a little bit. That's a couple of ferals down. But it looks like there's more around here, so we'll have to be careful.
Imagining things.
So we're going to go into the barracks. Be able to clear this out. And there should be some terminals and other things that we run into down here that are rather important for later on.
Hey, something.
And of course, you must watch out for the ghouls' ultimate technique. Throw the basket at them. Or trash bin. Whatever you want to call it. Ooh, some duct tape. Duct tape never hurts. So there is a password or something else that we need to pick up in here. That will help us out later. Just don't remember which room it is in. Of course, we do have to be careful. There are other ferals and bad things that want to eat us running around in here. Some rat away. Doesn't hurt. Rat poison. Surgical tray. Those are definitely more valuable on survival than they are on regular playthroughs. Doesn't hurt to pick them up anyway, though. Okay, that's a few ghouls down. Looks like we got more to go. One of them was legendary. She just has a plastic fork. Doesn't really do us much good up here. Ball caps don't hurt. But where was that one? Martyr's leather chest piece. And I think we are overburdened again. Oh, no, we are not. The one advantage to fighting ghouls. They are melee only, so they tend to rush you. And of course, she had nothing worthwhile on her. That's a legendary glowing one.
Normal for other journalists.
A powered metal left arm. So that takes care of the ghouls that are in here. I'm pretty sure that the officer's password will allow us to access the armory. Unless we need an armory password. I think it's in here somewhere. And there's another U.S. Covert Operations Manual, so we're now harder to detect while we are sneaking. We're doing that a fair bit lately, too, so it doesn't hurt to be more stealthy. I always feel like I'm missing something when I'm in here. I swear there's another password. I think maybe it'll work. But this will take us back out to the training yard. Alright, so open the door up. And I don't know if we grabbed the right password to get in here.
Won't be able to pick this.
So there is another password that's supposed to unlock this. I think there is a guard's terminal inside that allows us to unlock it. Don't remember where, though. I think there's another landmine around here somewhere, too. Right there. All that danger of a landmine for nothing. Let's go up top here and see if there is a computer terminal up top, because I see that wire linked from that door up here. Though it could just be linked into the building itself. Never hurts to come up and check, though. And to apparently overburden ourselves with grenades. There is indeed a terminal inside here somewhere that unlocks that door. And it will also open that gate and allow the Securitron or Sentry bot out. But we are not going to be dealing with that right now. We have a few things that we got to do this week, so we're going to try and get them done as quickly as possible. So we've cleared out the ghouls. We're going to go back to Greentop Nursery. And we'll talk to the settler in charge here.
Were you able to clear out those ghouls?
Took care of those ghouls that were giving you trouble.
You did? That's great news.
Alright, so we've done the Greentop Nursery one. Our next one up is Oberlin Station. So we're going to go head over there. And we'll see what these people need.
Hey there.
We could really use your help.
What do you need?
I'm with the Minutemen. How can I help?
Something nasty's living just around the corner from here. It's only a matter of time before there's some real trouble. Well, what's really too bad is it'd be a nice spot for a new settlement. And in fact, I know some folks that'd love to set up there if it was safe. If you can make sure the old workshop there is still in one piece, anyone who decides to move in later will be able to rebuild.
Well, not a problem.
No problem. I'll take care of them for you.
God, I hope so. We didn't know what to do.
Oh, Jamaica Plain. This has got to be one of the most frustrating and painful of the settlements to unlock. But we were going to have to do it eventually because we are doing a Minutemen playthrough. So we're going to go in and try to clear out Jamaica Plain. So technically we are at Hyde Park. We need to go northeast from here. I always like checking these outbuildings. A lot of the time they work out pretty well for me. Not this time though, because we don't need the iguana bits. Though, on a survival playthrough I love finding iguana bits. They're one of the better food items. We're just going to stab ourselves with a stim pack. Apparently the Brotherhood is around here somewhere. I can hear them. There they are. I'll let them have fun with whatever they're dealing with. We have got to clear Jamaica Plain. And yes, there is a quest involving finding the treasure of Jamaica Plain, and we might do that while we're here. But to start off with, it looks like we're going to be having a ghoul-heavy week. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. So, Jamaica Plain was taken over by a bunch of ghouls. And we have to kill them all to unlock the workstation. Apparently that legendary ghoul, mighty 10mm pistol, might swap that out for Piper's Deliverer, because she doesn't get the action point benefit because she's not us. To clear this place out. So it becomes hunt down the rogue ghouls. One of the advantages to doing the Minutemen playthrough is when you get this quest, it marks it on your map, and all the ghouls become available to you. Otherwise, it is a slogfest to find them all. We're actually going to have to save our shotgun rounds. We're starting to run out of them. And he is right there. So many ghouls all over the place. It is a little bit of a bummer. It's kind of hard to track all these ghouls across this entire place, but oops, that would be Piper. I have no idea why that ghoul is running like that. It's kind of goofy, but entertaining at the same time. It's kind of like a turkey shoot out here. You just keep coming, and I just keep shooting them. We are now running out of shotgun rounds. It's no fun. Sometimes ghouls have some decent loot on them. Most of the time they don't. A little frustrating, actually. We gotta scan this entire place to unlock Jamaica Plains, though. It is a long, involved process. And of course it is made all the more fun, shall we say, by the fact that most of them like to hide. So, this Mutant Slayer's chest piece, we're getting a lot of items that we can either put on our settlers or sell for a good amount of caps. Getting a distinct Resident Evil style feel from Jamaica Plains right now. So many of them. Just everywhere, and they keep coming. There wasn't upstairs in this building, so we're going to go up and check out what's on the upper floor. A lot of 38 rounds if you're using a pipe weapon of any sort. At least a non-upgraded receiver pipe weapon. And what do we got here? Some shotgun shells, 10mm rounds, 5mm rounds. And we picked up an Archon key. So that's one of the pieces that we need to discover this mysterious treasure of Jamaica Plains. We're going to have to investigate the rest of the buildings that are around here, find out what's going on with it. That would be the Atom Cat's Duke. I believe it's the Atom Cats. Bunch of guys that like to hot rod their power armor instead of cars, because most cars are in this rusted condition. That building is off limits. Looks like that one is too. There is a church. We can see about that. There might be something interesting in it. And of course, we do have to scour pretty much everywhere to pick out all of these feral ghouls and deal with them. It's the settlement I love the most and hate the most. And you'd think that you'd get the full city of Jamaica Plains, but you only get one small little corner of it. Just a little sad. So the door is chained, but I saw a platform over there. So we'll go in and we'll head up. It looks like a lot of people tried to make last stands, especially with 10mm pistols all over the place in here. So I'm wondering what the treasure would be. Either way, we are finding a fair number of the ghouls that are targets for us out here. We have to eliminate them all. Claim the settlement here. So instead of dropping down immediately into the church, we're going to hop up to the steeple. Find our way down this way. Seems a whole lot safer than jumping. As long as we don't hit any of the open patches in the floor. Looks like there's some traps running around.
That's in better shape than I expected.
Alright, Piper. Constantly giving her things this episode, but you never know what we're going to come across. I probably should have emptied ourselves out immediately after Jamaica Plains, or not Jamaica Plains, Libertalia. That's the word I'm looking for. But this will have to do for now. Don't need a wrenches, we don't need any more steel. It's just a burnt book. Of course, if you do find the overdue books, you want to hang on to them, because there's places you can turn them in. It looks like someone made a stand in here. There's a Nuka-Cola. And that's the Jamaica Plains Mayor's ID. So we picked up a key and a Mayor's ID. So I'm wondering if we can find a central building to work towards finding out what this treasure is. I'm assuming it would be in one of the central buildings, as opposed to one of these wrecked outskirt ones. Try and find where it is. So this is actually the workshop right here. But we must clear all the enemies from the immediate area before we can use it. And it looks like this could be a central area. I know we've been in this room once. So let's see what else is in here. And I think I found a glitch in the floor. Or at least a place where you can drop down at least partially. And Jamaica Plains City Hall basement. Let's find out what's down here. Yeah, the treasures of Jamaica Plains. Nuka-Cola machine. Still had a couple of Nuka-Colas in it. Excuse me.
Right in here, ain't it?
Ooh, that's an industrial grade Abraxo cleaner. We're gonna definitely grab that. This kind of looks like a little fallout shelter of sorts.
Welcome to the Treasures of Jamaica Plain. The security system is identification acknowledged. Welcome, Mayor. You are clear to proceed.
Okay, so that could have been a very dangerous hallway, but we picked up the mayor's ID card, and that let us in. And this is the archives room that the key goes to. So I guess we've found the treasures of Jamaica Plains. Well, this is the archives room.
Locked tight.
I guess this would lead around behind. You see how it's getting all wavy? You don't want to fire a gun down there. If you do, it kind of burns you. And burning is bad. Fire bad. Don't stand in the fire. And the only thing we want out of there is the duct tape. So Miss has 0. Full has 0. I always love finding little hidden things in here. Kind of losing my train of thought. Not starting off the new year any better than last year. But you know how it is.
Got it.
Alright, so now we can open the security door.
Hacking attempt detected. Please remain where you are. Security personnel will be with you shortly.
Commencing lawful use of
Okay, so apparently we missed something that would allow us to get past this without getting shot. But hacking the door released a couple of Securitrons. And it did give us a couple extra fuses, some fusion cells, that sort of stuff. And thus we come to the Treasures of Jamaica Plains. Essentially, it is a time capsule. But there is some good stuff down here if you're looking for it. Magnifying glass, good for crystal. Microscope, good for some other good stuff. But that's the treasure.
Story of a lifetime. The fabled treasure of Jamaica. Oh.
Right.
Yeah, a little disappointing, isn't it, Piper? So let's go over to our junk and toss you as much of it as we can, because we keep overbearing ourselves. So I guess that is the fabled treasure of Jamaica Plain. And now we'll go back up to the Commonwealth and finish clearing out all the ghouls. That's one of the harder parts of this entire place done. Granted, we probably didn't have to fight those Protectrons, but it happens.
I can
And we'll-
carry something if you need me to.
Actually, you can't right now, Piper. We've already overburdened you. So we appreciate the offer for you to try and carry more of our junk. It's not junk, it's valuable treasures. I have no idea where the last of these ghouls could be. As I say that, a couple of ghouls get up and one of them falls over a wall. Looks like there's one more down on the ground floor. Nothing really in there that we need. We're gonna have to go deal with that last ghoul. Maybe he's outside?
Hey,
Check this diner real quick. It is one of the longest settlements to get, not because it's hard to get, but simply because there's a lot of things you have to deal with. Mostly ghouls. And of course, sidetracking to deal with the Protectrons inside the treasure vault there didn't help cut down on the time any. You might hear me jamming the VATS button in the background. I am using a Widow Chroma, so I've got nice scissor keys. They're incredibly comfortable, and they work really well, but they're a little loud sometimes. But I will take the loudness of the keys over anything else, and I think that was the last ghoul. Alright, so we've actually completed Jamaica Plain. Now, you're going to see what I mean by it being a small location. There is not a whole lot here. And of the buildings that are here, only a couple of them are usable, and this one's closed off. So you don't get much of the entire place to deal with. Trying to find some tires and some form of ceramic to deal with You'd think that the rubber from the car's tires would work, but nope. There's the rubber we need. Now we just need to find some ceramic. There's another tire for some rubber. So you get this small little house. It's glass, not ceramic. Here's some ceramic. So now we can place down a power generator. Beacon. Comes next. First we need to put down a power generator. And since this section's a little open, even though it has a sleeping bag in it already, we're going to set up our power generator right there. Now what do we need for the tower? Hoping that we can afford it. And we need 3 more ceramic. So we got to go scrounging for some ceramic. And Baby Rattle gives us some plastic, not ceramic. Copper and glass from the lamp. It doesn't pay to come unprepared out here. Granted, I forgot we were doing a mission that required building a generator and a recruitment beacon? Is that the word I'm looking for? Just need a little bit of ceramic. And of course, it's going to be the ever-elusive thing. Most times when you want to find it, you can't. And when you don't need it, it is everywhere. You find coffee mugs and porcelain vases and a bunch of other stuff that you don't really need most of the time. And with Jamaica Plain being the way it is, we have to go find a little bit of ceramics. We're going to run around and grab some while we're here. Shot glasses give us glass. Vodka doesn't help us out. Broken lamp gives us copper and glass. Looking for coffee mugs. Now this is frustrating. This would be all the ceramic we would need. But it is just outside of the zone that we can build in. So there is that. Yeah, I'm going a little bit more crazy in the new year. I'm hoping all you guys had an enjoyable time transitioning from the new year. And with any luck, most of you are not entirely hungover. Although a little bit of pain is retribution for drinking too much. Don't drink and drive, all that sort of stuff. I would do a public service announcement on it, but come on, it's common sense, gamers. Don't be silly. It's just like me giving our very own Chaplain Grimaldus a hard time about the amount of Red Bulls that the guy drinks. Don't get me wrong, the occasional energy drink is alright. But I think he drinks a few too many. And I only annoy him and natter because I care. You should never be afraid to tell the people that you care about that you do care about them, even if you gotta be a jerkat to do it. And Chaplain Grimaldus is a great friend. And I'm very grateful to have him around. Of course, I could be a total jerk and make fun of him and poke fun and, you know, generally be me. But it's a new year. I'm going to try to be nice at least for the first few weeks. I probably won't make it a few weeks, but we're going to go with that. Come on, some of you guys, I think cue balls give us ceramic. Hoping they give us ceramic. It's just a chance for me to natter on and natter on. Well, I'm looking for some ceramic. Some ceramic. For some reason, that turned into a tongue twister for me. Some red X. Not that it would do anyone that's in there any good. I think white plates will give us ceramic. So that should be all the ceramic we need. Let's run back over to wherever the workshop is here. Jamaica Plains always gets me turned around, and I don't know why. Like, it's such a small building area, and it should be the whole zone, but it's not. I'm sure some intrepid modder out there has figured out a way to enhance this, but it would not be me because I am not good at that sort of stuff. I just appreciate mods in general. Alright, so now I think we should have enough ceramic, and we do. So we're going to go back upstairs to where we were building that power generator. Right at the edge of the building. That wouldn't look very good over there. I wonder, can we place it? I know it's not going to really matter, and we're not really building up the settlement right now. There we go. So Jamaica Plains is all built up. We can head back up and talk to Mr. Garvey and turn in both of those Minutemen quests. Alright, Mr. Garvey, where are you at? For some reason, he's always over near our crops. Apparently digging in the dirt for no apparent reason.
General? I cleared out the ghouls that were giving that settlement trouble.
Glad to hear it, General. It's hard enough out here without people having to worry about ghouls in their backyard. Got another thing to talk to you about. I'll mark the location on your map.
Never really ends.
No, nothing.
No problem.
Oh, I guess we forgot to turn in the other part of that quest. Go back to Oberlin Station first, and then talk to Garvey. Seems my mind is a little bit all over the place lately.
I cleared that place out for you. Should be safe for your friends to move in now.
Thanks. Nice to have some good news around here for a change.
Little detour. And we got another quest from Mr. Garvey, but we'll be taking care of that another time. Alright, second time we're going to go talk to Preston. Although he's going to give us the same "that's great" speech that he always gives us.
Stay sharp. Don't let your guard down.
The Minutemen are on a roll. I helped that settlement you sent me to, and cleared the way for a new settlement in the process.
That's fantastic news. We're gonna take back the whole Commonwealth from the bad guys at this rate. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Something else has come up, but they're worried the super mutants will come back and forth. You better get over there before it's too late.
Alright, so apparently we got to clear out some super mutants. But we're going to be taking care of that next time. But first, before we go, we're going to grab the armor perk, because we can right now. So for the first episode of this year, yeah, it's a little bit of maintenance, doing a couple of Minutemen quests. Cool, Sheffield. If you did like the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, be part of our community, just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes up. Remember guys, life is a game, so play to win, and until next time, take care.